Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for trunks, and this is a premium color edition. Now this is a recolor of an existing mold, or the first release trunks, and for the most part it's the same. Although there's a few more things which I'll cover in a bit. And we've seen a similar treatment with Vegeta, and now we have trunks. And in some sense, this is great, even though some people don't like recolor. Before, for me, actually, I'm not a fan of recolor. I'd rather see more characters made. But I like the more vibrant color. I like the premium color version more, because they kind of pop out a little bit more in terms of, well, hence the color. And also, one thing I want to point out, if you haven't noticed already, the SH Figuarts line, they've been releasing the recolor as an exclusive. We've seen it done with Goku. You know, there's so many Gokus variants, as well as Vegeta, and even Gohan. And seeing a recolor in normal release is such a great thing, especially if something that looks great. And it's nice for them to do this as a normal release, as well as it helps out those who've missed out on the first release. And yeah, this is great. Although, again, there's something missing on for this particular one. Anyways, this is the box art. I got it from Tatsu Hobby. I have to check if they still have it in stock. I'll provide the link down below, as always. So here we go. Really cool. So you do have both version. You get the normal Trunks and the Super Saiyan. And this is the original right here, and just a quick glance, we can see that the jacket is different once I get it out of the box. But quickly, the jacket on this one is lighter. The gray is almost the same. Everything else, maybe the orange or the boots is a little bit more orange and darker. The hair is different. I kind of like Vegeta. It's more glossy, it's more orange, and it has a metallic sheen on it, which is great. On the back side here, there we go. I think they still use the same, as you can see here, this is more of the normal one, or the old style, because it's supposed to be more orange. Unless they have a different lighting. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the box art. Here, typical Figuarts. And let's take a look inside. Alright, so got it out of the box, and I'm just too lazy to grab normal hair for the original Trunks here, so I do apologize for that. But, you know, that aside, more than likely you're gonna have it on Super Saiyan. Or actually, if you have the old one, this is your opportunity to have one on normal and the other one on Super Saiyan. So again, in terms of the color, this is a lot more lighter. The gray, though, is different. This is a little bit darker than this. I wonder if you can actually just swap it out. I don't want this lighter gray for this jacket. Now for the boots, you can hardly see the difference. I think it's probably the same color. Yeah, nothing different there. Same thing with the sword. It's the same orange, same blue. Yeah. Nothing changed there. You still have the same capsule core insignia or patch on the left shoulder. Alright, so just quickly, I've mentioned on my other Figuarts review as well, or the ones lately, that the old ones here will always have this problem. I'm not sure why, but the neck is gonna be loose. This one is actually not too bad since I've applied the clear floor polish. You can use Pledge, like this one here. It's clear, but I think after a while it turns kind of yellow. I think if you leave it out of the sun, but it should be still fine. And what you do is you pop off the joint on this one. There we go. Just dab a little bit of the clear polish on here, maybe here a little bit. You don't really need to wait for it to dry. You can, but you can just push it back. Oh. Actually, it's a little troublesome to put the joint back there, but there we go. And get that thing focus here. Alright. Put it back there and kind of just exercise it a little bit, and I think you should be fine. So just a quick tip for loose joint. It even works for hinges. Just dab a little bit, exercise the joint, and You know, gotta wait and reapply some more. Now this is not intrusive to the plastic. It does not. Let me just take this out. It kind of keeps auto focusing on that one. There we go. And yeah, it does not damage the plastic, so you can always reapply it or remove it if you don't need to. Alright, so let me push it back there. Getting back to this. Alright, so for the articulation on the neck, fairly decent. The problem is the color on the back here. Yeah, that's why I didn't say great. It's hard for him to look up. This jacket here, it has that flexible. It's really stiff, but there's still some flex on it. Another thing I've noticed is this sword here. On the other one, I can't remember if I had that problem, but this one, because of how the peg connection is, I really wish this was somewhat like a ball joint, but it just makes it a little too stiff. And trying to connect the sash around, you can, but it will pop out easily. So that could be an issue. But you might just kind of heat up the peg and kind of bend it, and hopefully it will stay that way. Otherwise, we have the shoulder here. This doesn't suffer from that weird shoulder thing that they have for Goku. I really wish they've changed that. I wouldn't mind if has that cut, the flexible, kind of like what they did with Super Saiyan. No, not Super Saiyan. Android 18. I like that design. And we got the elbow joint here. Yeah, fairly good. Again, this is the same. It shouldn't be that different from my review, but that was almost 4 years now. That bit long already. You got a little bit of waist articulation here. Yeah, there we go. I believe the belt is on a separate joint as well. I can't really do much upgrunch there. Then you have the waist. Yeah, I think it's the same joint. Yep, I was looking, and there is that little gap there. That's a weird joint. But I guess they have that. That way the joint have a little bit of flexibility and it wouldn't crack. But there we go. You got that Figuarts joint, allows you for more movement. You also have that swivel there, which is great. You get your knee, and nicely done with the sculpted knee joint. Sometimes they just do it the easy way and don't do it at all. So not too bad for that, even on the back side. That's one thing about the Figuarts and Dragon Ball. The backside is always going to look horrible, but they have to do this. It's a sacrifice between looks and articulation, and I didn't mind that, since you're going to be looking at the figures in the front for the most part. Unless you want to go crazy, and well, actually not crazy, but you do have the Figuarts Zero, which is seamless, or the joint doesn't have or not shown. You can go on that route as well, and they're not too bad in terms of pricing too. But if you like articulated figures, you gotta go with Figuarts. And we have the ankle joint here, and the toe. Is it one of those that will scrape plastic? You have a little bit of toe articulation there, not much. But it's there. There's no swivel there. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the articulation. Alright, so in terms of accessories, we're actually getting less on the new one. I was actually looking at my old review. We're getting 2 pairs of hands less, more or less. And basically we're not getting the relaxed hand right here. I think there's a thumbs up one, and there's another hand that I cannot quite make out what it is. But other than that, you're getting the variety of hands here in terms of holding the sword. Either, well, they're paired. You can do it either left or right. You have the key blast, the open hand, and the stylized pose, for in terms of martial arts. And you have the closed fist. Yep. Also for the face, you have this one here, which is the serious look. Then you have the angry one. I think there's a couple that there's like a smirk on the old one. I think you get 2 more normal face. So on this one, you're only getting 1 extra, so you're missing 2. Now for the Super Saiyan, let me pop this out here. There we go. Alright, and sometimes I always find this hard to put on. I tend to just, yeah, well, that works. Sometimes I tend to remove the hair and everything. So just a quick look here. Alright, so again, this is the new one. We get more shiny orange hair, and this is the old one. Yep. I mean, both of them looks great. Some might prefer this one, some might prefer this one. I kind of like them both equally. Although I kind of like orange more. Yeah, so here we go. For the Super Saiyan version, I believe you get 4 faces, but on this one they give you 2 other. You got this face here, which I'm trying to either he's smiling or just being too cocky. I think at one point he was like that, but well, whatever this face represents. Then you have one that he's angry with a what do you call that? Clenching his teeth. Yeah, there we go. So those 2. Yeah, there's no other faces. I kind of wish there's that smiling face, but that's another thing with this. In some sense, it still holds merit to have the old one because you get more in terms of accessories, and yeah, so there's still kind of merit because sometimes it sucks when you get a recolor of the exact same thing and the recolor is much better. The old one doesn't hold much value or nothing much different. So in this case, if you have the old one, people will still look for this because of the different accessories. Yeah. And other than that, you have the sword here. It's the same. It is just a partial. I kind of wish it's not. I wasn't sure why they decided to give you this option and one full one if they can fit everything. Actually, this one extends a little bit longer than it's supposed to. But it's possible that they don't want the paint to be scraped off as you remove this from the hilt. Or sorry, from the scabbard from time to time. So that's probably one of the reasons why they chose not to do that. Otherwise, let me just do a quick swap here. Here we go. And I cannot wait for the adult Trunks. Kind of curious if they're gonna give him some kind of a special effect. This one they don't. I mean, you're getting a sword. That's his gimmick. Yeah, quite nice. And I might probably keep him on the Super Saiyan one. I do like the orange more, then keep him on the normal version. Just gotta find that the head pieces. But yeah, this is a really great figure. Now in terms of recommendation, obviously I would recommend it. It's especially if you like Dragon Ball. I like Dragon Ball, and especially with the new recolor version. Now this is again readily available than trying to hunt the old one, and it's actually quite nice. You still get the, for the most part, all this stuff for Trunks, and I think this is just the right amount of accessories. I mean, it's great they give you more on the old one, but that was kind of a little bit excessive, and you're not going to be using all of those gimmicks and accessories. But anyways, I think I pop off the head again. Have to apply. Yeah, there's always something with let me just add this. There's always something with the neck joint, especially when you have it as separate. Sometimes it fits nicely when you swap it, sometimes it does not, and I guess this is one of those. And also, luck of the draw, some of the Figuarts joints are great, some of them are just loose. Just depends on which box you pick. Anyways, enough of that rambling. That's about it for the review for SH Figuarts Trunks, the Premium Color Edition. And again, got my from Tatsu Hobby. That's about it for this review. If you have any questions, let me know. So until then, this is Smeeds. Thanks for watching.